Hey everyone, it's Riley. Welcome back for another custom bullet journal flip through. So today we're flipping through a full 12-month journal for Maddie, and this one was so fun because 12 months, full doodles. She gave me a distinct color palette, which I feel like always just pulls the journal together so nicely. So the colors that we wanted to use in this journal were totally pastels. So I used like quite a range, I guess, of pastel colors, but that was kind of the feel that we wanted for this journal. So as we flip through the journal, of course, I want to hear from you guys in the comments which monthly theme was your favorite. And just before we get in, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsor today, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions of people come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They offer thousands of different classes for creative and curious people on topics like illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and much more. Personally, I've taken classes on a few different topics such as watercolor, illustration, creative journaling, and using Procreate for digital art. So as you guys may know, I got an iPad recently and I have been loving experimenting with Procreate, so I think that my next class will probably be another one of those digital art classes that have been teaching me so much. The great thing about Skillshare is that it is designed specifically for learning, so there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes so that you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. It's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, and the first 1,000 of you, my subscribers, to click the link in the description of this video will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. So let's just jump in and flip through this journal. So here's the journal. It is one of the Grey Artist Loft journals. I seriously use these all the time. So if you want to know more about it, you can watch some of my other flip throughs because I talk about it there. And this journal is going out to Maddie. So thanks, Maddie, for letting me be part of your bullet journaling journey. Like I said, it's a pastel journal. So for the yearly spreads, I just did a really simple pastel color palette, which I really like. She's got a goals page over here and then a year in pixels with the same key that I've used in the past. Then she's got some highlights, and since this year spans half of 2021 and half of 2022, I just split those up and kind of gave them their own pages. So if she wants to like paste in a little picture or draw something or write a quote or a memory, she can do whatever she would like to do here. And then finally, she's also got a gratitude log. And again, because her journal spans July of 2021 all the way till June of 2022, I split them up, but yet kept them the same. So every single week, she can write one line about something that she was grateful for that week. Her final yearly spread is a little reading tracker. So here she can just write down what books she reads this year, the author, the title, and the date that she finishes them. That brings us to the first monthly theme, which is this little sea turtles theme that I did for July. As you guys may know, I love doing ocean themes, but I realized that I don't use a lot of like green other than for plants, but I don't use a lot of green in bullet journals that I make, so I decided to incorporate some green and make this little sea turtles theme. And this is a full doodle journal, so every single page has a doodle that carries over from the main theme. So that's July. The next theme here is August, and for August I just did a little like watering can, watering this little leafy plant, again using some really soft pastel colors. And this weekly layout is one of the ones that she chose. Each page is just divided into 4, and then the top one here is used for kind of the heading, and the bottom one is used for a shopping list. She really likes the yellow and pink combination, so I used that for August and also for September, which she specifically requested because September is her birthday month. So I did a little like variation of my jellyfish theme, and I used the lightest pink that I have. Looking at it now, I wish I would have gone a step darker and used something closer to this, but I still think she'll like how it turned out. Then we've got our next weekly, which is the one with these nice tall boxes for each day of the week. Again, a little heading up here and then a shopping list. Then is October, and I personally really like how October came out. I just saw a little koala doodle somewhere random, and I decided to try doing one in a bullet journal as well. So we've got the October title, a mini calendar just for fun, and then these little koala bear doodles. So for each month, she has a title page and then a quote or an affirmation. And then she has a meal planner, so a place to write down breakfast, lunch, and dinner for every single day of the month. And then she's got a big page of trackers. So she wanted to track a lot of things, and I had to squeeze them all into one page because with how big these journals are, I just can't add more monthly pages than this. So down here, she's tracking mood and how many bottles of water she drinks. So every day, the days are marked along here, she can either fill it in for how her mood was and then do dots for her water consumption, or vice versa. So she can choose, but these two trackers will run like together. So for one, she'll want to fill up the squares, and for the other, she can do like a little constellation looking line graph. Then above that, she's tracking her sleep, and above that, some habits. So that's one way that you can squeeze a lot of trackers into not a lot of space. And she's got her next weekly, so all of the days of the week are over on one side, and then the whole other side is left free for a task list over here and a shopping list over here. And of course, a little koala doodle as well. Next is November, and for November I used some of my new washi tapes and just did a little paint roller theme, as I've done in my own journal and in many others. Again, we've got our meal tracker and all of these habit tracker, water, mood, sleep, all of that in one. And then we come to her other weekly layout, which is a bit of a more unique one. I don't see this one used nearly as often, but I got the idea from Claudia Joseph, who I've talked about plenty of times on this channel, so I'll try to link her channel in the description. So anyways, with this one, it's quite similar to the previous one, except for the boxes are just shrunk down a bit so that we've got even more room for her task list and shopping list. Then comes December, and I don't know why I struggled so much coming up with a Christmas theme using pastel colors. I actually tried a different theme and it did not go where I wanted it to go, so I totally covered it up with this craft paper and stuff. So this was kind of my second option, but I think it turned out all right. I saw a little art print with some like wacky, cute little Christmas trees and decided to try to capture that idea. Then of course, meal planner and her trackers. And then we're back to this weekly layout. Then I put in just a little title for 2022 that matches the yearly spreads that I used at the beginning of the journal. However, I didn't do the same things like the highlights, the gratitude, the year in pixels, because all of those are at the very beginning of the journal and they span this entire journal. So then we've got January, and January is one of my favorites. I've done butterfly themes before and moth themes, even in my own journal, and they're just always a favorite of mine. Then we've got meals and her trackers. I really like the font too that I tried for January. And I like how these weeklies turned out as well with just the big text. Then we've got February, and I have not done this theme in so long. I did this in the first ever flip through that I posted here on YouTube, and I did it in like all pink, so it looked quite different, but she asked for it again in this journal. So it was lots of fun to do, and this time I added some of these like just funky wavy lines, and I think it really just leveled up this bullet journal theme. I think these weeklies are probably some of my favorites, with just these big blobs and then the task list or shopping list and task list over there. Then we come to March, and for March she requested a Polaroid theme and a rainbow theme, so I just kind of combined them and made this little Polaroid camera with a rainbow picture. And again, I tried a new really fun font for this month. Then we've got April, and April is a globe theme that I've done plenty of times, but I've always done it a little bit different. This time I didn't even attempt to make it look like Earth or like a planet or anything. I just sort of made it these fun wavy pastel color blocks, and of course have a little paper airplane. And this is a really fun one for making the little like weekly doodles. There are just lots of different options. So some of the weeklies have a globe, some of them have some nice pastel colored paper airplanes, and I really like just sort of switching up the weekly doodles. Then we come to May, and May I set up in another video where I gave you guys 5 different theme ideas for the month of May. So I'll link that video above if you're looking for more journal inspiration. But this is one that I've done once before, and again, I always just love ocean themes. So I was really excited to include this pastel crab. Then we've got her weeklies here. And then we come to the last month in this bullet journal, which is definitely another favorite of mine. And it's just this like highway with road signs theme. And again, I did this one in the very first journal that I flipped through on my channel, and nobody has requested it since. But she requested it, and I changed it up a lot compared to the previous version that I did. And I think this one was just much better suited to a pastel journal like this. So for all the weeklies, her task list or to-do list has the little sign doodle, and other than that, it's really just lots of light pastel greens. And that brings us to the end of this bullet journal. Thank you all so much for flipping through this journal with me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and don't forget to let me know down in the comments which monthly theme you like the best. And if you do decide to recreate any of these themes, definitely tag me over on Instagram. My link to my Instagram account is in the description along with my Etsy links.